Welcome to SCC, where cricket meets comedy. Now with that intro out of the way, let's dive into the content. Champions Trophy squads were announced earlier, and while looking at the Bangladesh squad, cricket fans were shocked to see Bangladesh leave out their ex-captain and legendary all-rounder Shakib Al Hasan from their squad. It has come to light that ICC has not cleared Shakib to bowl, citing that his bowling action is illegal, and it's good to see Shakib maintain his reputation of illegal on and off the field. Bangladesh will miss the deadly all-rounder in action. But the good news is he will be replaced with Samia Sarkar, making his 783rd comeback. While announcing the Champions Trophy squad of New Zealand, the NZC announced that the captain of the side would be Mitchell Santner. The follow-up question the media asked was, will it mean that Santner will play all matches? After Kane Williamson, the captaincy of NZ seems like it's out of the hat for every series. The squad also included a sensational talent in Nathan Smith, who averages 45 in bowling. His batting average is lesser than his economy rate. He has a unique record as of now, because his strike rate in ODI and tests is the exact same of 66.7. Champions Trophy squad of India dropped by, and fans were surprised by the exclusion of Siraj, and the explanation was that SL wasn't playing the Champions Trophy. Even surprising was the fact that Harshad Rana wasn't on the squad. Gill has been awarded the vice-captaincy because both Rohit and Gill can discuss strategies while batting, not in the field, but in the dugout after the second over. If you like that one, here's another one coming up, and for safety purposes, you have been warned. Gill has been awarded the vice-captaincy based on his credentials of scamming 450 crores. I don't know about you, but nothing proves a strategic mind than a scam involving 450 crores. Pakistan was the last to announce the Champions Trophy squad, and the Rizwan-led squad has been criticized by the media for being politically biased. It was interesting to note that the squad announcement was not followed by an interview. Critics were quick to accuse Rizwan and his squad to hide from biased selection, but what honestly happened was, the squad were in English tuition. And when people asked PCB who they would miss from the tournament, they gave an honest reply. Zimbabwe, all things considered, Pakistan's performance will determine if the stadium would explode with cheers, or simply just explode. Sri Lanka is not part of the Champions Trophy 2025 held in Pakistan. If you are wondering why, they failed to qualify themselves for it due to a poor performance in ODI World Cup 2023, where they won only 2 matches, but the surprising thing is, the next series after the World Cup 2023, Sri Lanka won 2 matches. However, this time it was a 3-match bilateral series against the World Cup runners. Post-ODI World Cup 2023, Sri Lanka has won 5 out of 7 ODI bilateral series. But even if SL were invited to take part in Champions Trophy, I'd assume SL would walk out, because they would be facing explosive teams and gun players. Not to exclude explosives and guns as well.
The Champions Trophy squad of SA has come out, and the Temba Bavuma lead side sees an interesting mix between young and proven commodities with older and proven commodities. Seeing on recent form, the SA batting order looks threatening and the bowling order looks dangerous, both for SA, not the opponents. The SA team is very competitive, and the competition is not external, but within the team. Some of those competitions are, A, who will fail, the seniors or the juniors. B, who will aid the opposition team, the batters or the bowlers, and C, who will take the blame for loss, Bavuma or Bavuma.
CT squad of Afghanistan sees Hazmatullah Shahidi lead a mostly young squad into Pakistan. In fact, their squad could be renamed as Nabi, and other senior staffs bring students to explore dystopia. People are betting on Afghan being the dark horses to make it to semis, and if they do make it to semis and face Pakistan, it would be a clash for which team is the number 2 Asian team. If that happens, based on the geopolitics, both teams will provide explosive matches a new meaning. Perhaps that's why both have been kept at different groups, as one is expected to make the semis, and one is expected to crash out on group stages, and T20 World Cup 2024 gave us a good idea on which team is which. The Champions Trophy squad of Australia initially saw a stacked side, but then fate would have it that Australia is forced to pull out multiple players from the announced squad. Because 3 players including their captain have been ruled out due to injury, and Marcus Stoinis did a "Nope, I'm out." Hence Australia has a lot of vacancies to fill, and I'll use this chance to say, give Cameron a comeback. I did not refer to Cameron Green, I meant Cameron Bancroft. Because Bancroft bowling under Steve Smith's captaincy gives us a lot of memorable incidents. Champions Trophy squad of England was announced earlier, and England had picked nearly 7 bowlers. England have taken a bold approach to play in subcontinent conditions with 1.5 spinners and 6 pacers, and judging by their recent performance in the series against India, the all-rounders have proven to be effective. The all-rounders have constantly provided wickets when they were at the field. The unfortunate part is that they provided wickets to the opponent team. Judging by the squad, I assume Baz-ball approach is where the bowlers will get a lot of match exposure in batting, and the batsmen will try to end the match as quickly as possible with their bowling. Contrary to the other teams, the West Indies squad was dropped from the Champions Trophy. West Indies, a historic powerhouse team, has failed to feature in global ODI tournaments twice consecutively. When asked the reason for the downfall, WI has replied, CPL, which stands for Can't Play in Lahore. The shocking part is that Windies have had big wins in test formats, and they still look potent in T20I. So the West Indies really told us, either we party the whole week or just show up, do a few things and call it a night. But despite this, West Indies have defeated a team in ODI series twice back-to-back. And that team is England, showing that England tries their best to lose every game they play.